Alright, so we're just starting with some foundation. This is actually pretty much just a regular makeup look. Honestly, I do my makeup like this all the time. So we're going in with the foundation and then just some concealer. As you can see, all the products are listed on the screen and will be in the description box below. So just do your makeup like you normally would. Foundation, then concealer. I like to blend it out with my finger first, and then I just go back in with the brush that I used for the foundation just to kind of even it all out. So that's what you'll see me doing here. Now I'm just going to then set it with a powder. I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So I'm using the lighter colors for the highlighting just to set those areas. And then I'm going to be going in now and contouring with a few different shades. I first went in with this light one, and now I'm going in with a darker one as well. You really want to contour those cheekbones as much as you can just to have them a little bit more pronounced and just really make this whole makeup look really just pop. Next, I'm going in and just filling in my brows. These are my normal brows that I normally would do. I'm just using the Benefit Kabrow in the shade 5. I absolutely love this product, but feel free to use whatever brow product you normally would use, whether it's a powder, a gel, a cream, whatever it is, use whatever you do to normally fill in your eyebrows, and I'm just doing them, like I said, the same as I always would do. Next, we're moving on to the eyes. I'm actually using the entire Dark Matter stack from Melt Cosmetics today. This first shade is the transition shade, and it's going to be in the shade Blur. This is really going to be a transition shade, like I said, that's not going to be really seen that well. We're going to be covering it with other eyeshadows, but it is a good base then to help the other darker shadows then blend together. I'm now going in with another shade from Melt. This is Unseen, again from the Dark Matter stack, and this is a little bit warmer of a tone. It's really going to help that bring that warmth to the entire look. And I'm putting quite a bit in that transition area right on top of where I put the Blur shade. So I'm doing that and really buffing it into that area with a blending brush. All the brushes will be listed in the description box below as well as the products. So I'm just continuing and moving on to the next shade. This one is actually from Anastasia in Beverly Hills. It's a very warm, beautiful cranberry shade, and this is really one of my favorite shades of this entire look. So I'm just going over the other colors, really just placing them on top of each other and blending them all together. So this is a beautiful shade. I actually use it for a blush as well later. But again, just buffing it in that area, really sticking in the eye socket there only, and blending, blending, blending. Next, for the actual lid itself, we're using a Makeup Geek Cosmetics Foiled Eyeshadow in the shade Magic Act. I love these. I wear them all the time. You can use any gold that you had. I really thought that this bring the whole look together. So just placing this just on the lid itself. Now I'm going in with a little bit darker of a plum color. This is from MAC Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Sketch. And I'm really just carving out just the outer V area. You'll see I place down the actual shade in the area and then buff it in. I really don't go too high, and I don't go too much to the inner corner. I might take a few other brushes and just blend it out once I've placed the colors, but again, I'm really focusing this darker color just in the outer V. Now to deepen it up a little bit more, we're going in with another shade from the Dark Matter stack. This is just in Dark Matter, which is a matte black. And I'm really just, again, focusing that color just in the outer V. I know sometimes the black can be really intimidating, but I'm just placing just a little bit, and most of it blends out anyways. So it really is just deepening that outer V. So I'm taking that other shade that we used earlier, Sangria, and really just helping to diffuse that black. So I'm just going in with a brush and just really blending it out to make it all seamlessly blend together and look like one beautiful masterpiece. I won't be doing a wing liner today, but I will be doing some eyeliner on the top and bottom. So this is Inglot Gel Liner number 77. It's just a matte black. And I'm just placing this pretty close to the lash line itself. Again, no wing, just strictly on top. We're going to be putting some lashes on, so you really won't see this too much, but I did want to put something on top just to darken it up a little bit. I will also be putting this in my waterline. I think that putting it in the waterline really does help to bring this look together. It makes it a little bit more sultry and just looks absolutely gorgeous. So I would highly recommend putting it in the waterline as well. Next, we're going to be placing on some false lashes. I think that this brings the look to a whole new level, and I think it's absolutely necessary to wear any kind of lashes, just something gorgeous. So I'm prepping them by curling them, and then I'm going with some mascara. I didn't put the name of this mascara because that's not really important. You can use any mascara because you're not really going to see this. This is just to help prep those lashes for the falsies. So today I'm using the style SlayLa from Flutter Lashes. I wear these all the time, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, it really does bring this look to a whole new level, just like I said. So here I'm just making sure that they're adhered to the lash line, and just look at the difference between them. It is so different and just absolutely gorgeous. So now that the falsies are on and looking so beautiful, we're going to go ahead and do the lower lash line. We really are just smoking it out. I think the smokiness of this whole look really also brings it together. Just so beautiful, all these shades together. So this is again the Sangria shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just placing that and smoking out the lower lash line. I do also want to mention that all product details, as far as jewelry, also costume, all those things will be listed in the description box below, and I will have links to all of them or other options as well. So check that out if you are interested. I actually used 2 shades in the bottom. Here you only see Sketch, but I used that and the Dark Matter Black just to put it just in the outer corner. I didn't bring it all the way to the inner corner, just to really smoke out just the outside of the lid. So now I'm just placing a little bit of mascara on my lower lash lines. Again, use any mascara that you have. The actual mascara isn't the super important part of this entire look, so use whatever mascara that you have. So now we're going to bring some warmth to the face because, you know, homegirl's looking a little bit white here. So we're using MAC's Mineral Skin Finish in the shade Give Me Some. This is a very warm toned bronzer. And I'm just placing that in the areas that we contoured earlier and then a little bit also on my forehead, again, just to bring some warmth to the face. Next, we're going to be using that eyeshadow from earlier, the Anastasia color in Sangria as blush. I use this all the time for blush, and it's so, so beautiful. It has a beautiful sheen to it, and it's just perfect, especially for fall. So that's what I used in the tutorial, and I absolutely loved it. Now I'm just placing on some highlight. This is from Colourpop. This is in the shade Wisp. So beautiful, but you know what? It just wasn't enough for me. This girl needed some more highlight. So I first went in with that cream shade with my finger, and now I'm going over it with MAC Cosmetics in Oh Darling. This was limited edition, but feel free to use any gold, or you could just stick to the original Colourpop by itself, but the glow of this look is absolutely necessary. So pretty. I really loved how the lips came out for this look, so I first started with the shade Montenegro. This is from Lipland Cosmetics. It is the AMREZY collab. She's done a bunch of collaborations, but this is absolutely my favorite of all of them. Again, this is Montenegro. So I did first my lips with all of the shade, and I left the middle area a little bit open because I am going to be going over with a different shade just to give it that ombre effect. Feel free to put it all over your lips, but you don't have to. I really just focused on the outer parts of the lips. Next, I'm going in with the shade from Colourpop. This is a metallic liquid lipstick in this shade PYT. You can see it looks really ridiculous at first, but of course, you just take your finger and blend it all out just to really create that ombre effect. And I did this probably 2 or 3 times until I got the effect that I wanted. But honestly, it's totally optional. You can do whatever you'd like and really just make it your own and do whatever shade that you like and come up with. So this is the final look for if you want to stick here, but you know I couldn't just stay here. We gotta make her look a little possessed. So this part moving forward is strictly just to make her look a little bit more creepy. You can stop here, or you can take this little journey with me down to making her look real creepy. So I'm just placing that Sangria shade underneath the eyes just as a base, and then I'm going in with Mehron Metallic Powder. I actually mixed it with Inglot Duraline, and it creates this beautiful creamy liquid gold. And I'm just really doing this to create this kind of sense of gold tears and just creepiness. I also went in with some dark eyeshadow and just created those little lines. No actual pattern, just go ahead and doing that whatever way you like. Now here's the fun part. This is drawing the eye. This was actually pretty hard for me to do. I hadn't done this before, so I'm taking some water activated paints. I started with a circle and I'm going outwards to inwards with darker to lighter shades for the most part. So I started with a dark blue, then I went in with a light blue, and then I went in with a yellow and then a brown. I will say absolutely use a reference picture I did for this, and I loved how it came out. But just use small little strokes, and you know what? Try it on your hand or try it elsewhere before you do it here, and you'll get better at it. So I'm just taking a white eyeliner pencil and really just mapping out where I want the actual eye to be. You don't want this to be too big because I am going to be putting a false lash on top, so you want to keep this semi-small and realistic looking and dance a little bit too. And now I'm just kind of using that reference picture to shade out the area. So there's going to be some highlighting, some shading. I'm using the white underneath and the white above to really give the illusion that there is an actual eye there. And you know, I gotta smoke with that lower lash line and upper lash line. Now I'm gonna draw on some false lashes. I am gonna be putting false lashes on top, but I'm just gonna be using a black pencil just to do this. You could also use eyeliner as well, liquid liner, and just placing those lashes on the top and bottom. I chose to only do the false lash on the top, but you can also do it on the bottom as well. But anyways, this is the final look. I hope that you like how it turned out. I also popped in some super creepy contacts. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys soon.